done to Alberta is shameful. Ever since Lougheed left, he set up the Heritage Trust Fund. He left behind almost $13 billion. The current provincial government has managed to add to that marginally in 30, 40 years. And that's because creative accounting, for one thing. It's not cash in the bank. For example, my recollection was they added the Kananaskis Golf Course as an asset to the Heritage Trust Fund. And when you fund public projects and then add them to the alleged trust fund, all you're doing is disguising the fact that you're not putting any other money away for a rainy day, which is what
Didn't they
Lougheed
buy a bunch of dilapidated government buildings and put it in the Heritage Trust Fund too?
My understanding is yes, but it's an accounting purchase. It's not
Right.
it's not really a purchase at all, right? It's just moving
So the
numbers.
real value of the Heritage Trust Fund is dubious to begin with, right?
Well, at one time it was actually almost pretty much a cash investment fund. So you could
Right.
actually see where the money was going and what it was doing and what the returns were. If you look at Quebec, Quebec has a private pension fund for the province, the only province in Canada that's not part of the Canadian pension fund. What they do is they use the money to invest in Quebec industries and promote business in Quebec. The Heritage Trust Fund was supposed to do something similar with Alberta. Unfortunately, it's been gutted. And
Well,
and
Amico, actually, there was just a release that AIMCO or whatever runs the money for the province of Alberta lost over $1 billion, and they just passed legislation to say that nobody can sue them for the lost money of AIMCO because of whatever, and now Smith was wanting to take over and run the pensions of Albertans, and they've already lost billions on the money they are managing. So we have incompetent business managers running the province. Like I stated, the province is a corporation and a business, and when you're sending incompetent business people to be your premier and your ministers, you've got a problem. And AIMCO has shown that this loss of billions by the investment firm is probably due to corruption and mismanagement of the assets. And we'll never know because the government will never do the research on why would you invest in this or that and lose the $1 billion or whatever the amount was. We have to look at these crown corporations as the vehicle to generate cash flow and lower our taxes, because the mismanagement and corruption is systemic in the whole system now.
But the thing is, a crown corporation over the production of an asset is one thing. The Heritage Trust Fund as a fund that would have enabled targeted investments is a totally different animal. The conservative governments removed the 30% requirement to invest in the trust fund and lowered it to 15%, and then subsequently removed totally the requirement to actually put funds away for the rainy day, which is obviously going to happen.
Subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and please share the video. Don't be afraid to share this commercial with your friends too.